from Fiber Flux. Welcome to week 1 of the 2017 Fiber Flux Holiday Crochet Along. I'm super excited that you're joining me today for another crochet along. And for the past few that we've had over the past year or so, we've done a lot of blankets. So I really wanted to change things up quite a bit. And if you joined us for the fall crochet along, we made a beautiful shawl. So we're kind of switching gears and we're going to be doing something totally different for this one. So last holiday season, many of you requested a tree skirt. So we're going to be making a tree skirt this time. And because of my love of granny squares and all things granny, we're going to do a granny triangle tree skirt. We're going to be incorporating some very classic granny triangles. And I've added a really easy little scallop to the bottom. And then there is, let me just flip this over. There is a wood button closure, and you can use the decorative holes of the granny triangles to kind of close it up as it lays under your tree. So we're doing a very kind of classic holiday project. And week 1, we're going to be focusing on just the overview of the project and the supplies needed. Very simple supplies, yarn that's readily available at the craft store. And for week 2, we're going to learn how to make these granny triangles stitch by stitch, and also how to incorporate the join as you go technique to connect them all together. For week 3, we're going to be incorporating the scalloped edging that I showed you, and also weaving in the ends and doing all of the finish work, as well as attaching the wood buttons onto the tree skirt as well. So I'm really excited to have you join us for the crochet along. I can't wait to see what you all make, all the color combinations that you choose, and a lot of you like to add your own special touches to your projects, which is always exciting to see. If you haven't joined our Ravelry group for the crochet alongs that we host, please hop over to the group, hop on over there, introduce yourself. It's a wonderful community. You can help each other, you can get your questions answered, share your photos, etc. So I'll put the link down below for that. And also be sure to share your photos on social media and use the hashtag Fiber Flux CAL. So without further ado, I'm going to hop into the supplies that you'll need, and we'll see you next week for week 2. For this project, you'll need a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, a 6.5mm K crochet hook, and your yarn. Now, let me slide this stuff out of the way so I can show you this yarn label. Now, if you catch up with my weekly updates, I've been giving some clues for the past couple weeks. We're going to be using a yarn called Red Heart with Love, and you may recognize this particular color and yarn from the spring crochet along, the tropical getaway blanket. We're going to use this color again. This is, each one of these skeins that I have here is 370 yards, so you'll have plenty of yarn for this project. So 3 of those, any colors you like, but the particular colors that I'll be using are lettuce, which is kind of a muted dusty green, sort of like a sage maybe. And then this is called berry red. This is like a bright cranberry or like a brick red. And then this is called Aran. This is a nice like off-white cream color. So if you need to substitute yarn though, flip your yarn label over and you'll need a 4 or medium weight yarn on the yarn weight scale, and one that recommends the K 6.5mm crochet hook. If you stick with both of these things in a different yarn, you'll be just fine. The other thing I wanted to share about this yarn is that this is machine wash and dry. I thought that that would be important for our tree skirt project, because if you have a live tree, for example, your tree skirt oftentimes will get pine needles all over it and tree sap, and it can get wet when you water your tree. So it's really important to be able to throw it into the washing machine if you need to. Even if you have an artificial tree, it can get dusty, things can fall on it, gifts get laid on it, etc. So when I was choosing the yarn for this crochet along, the machine wash and dry was really important to me. And also, even when you pack it up for the season and fold it up and put it away, it can also get dusty and need to be freshened in the washing machine as well. So just as a side note, I chose a machine wash and dry yarn. So lettuce, berry red, and Aran. I also love seeing all the colors that you choose. So if you pick a different color scheme or something brighter or modern colors or like muted wintry colors or neutral colors, definitely share in the comments below, and also hop on the Ravelry group. And a lot of people like to snap photos of the yarn selection that they've chosen. For those of you who need a little bit of inspiration, tomorrow I'll be sharing the color palettes. So we'll share some different color palettes to kind of inspire you if you're not really sure what color yarns to pick as well.